gonna move on to something a little bit different. Last week, we talked about when a man, he or anybody prays, like, hey, I need some answers.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the answers, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not those answers, bro. Like, chill, little homie. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I was asking when I asked you.
Yeah.
So, man, I'll be fully transparent, bro. Like, I've really been going through some stuff mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as a man, it there's a lot that kind of weighs on your mind from
Mm-hmm.
time to time. And I think for me, one of the biggest things that I struggle with is allowing myself to be vulnerable, allowing myself to be um I don't want to say weak, dog, because it's not weakness. It's just allowing myself to open up
Yeah.
because when in my this is just my mentality
Mm-hmm.
is when you have kids looking at you, when you have a wife looking at you, when you have family looking at you, and you're kind of expected to be the captain of the ship, right?
Yep.
Imagine you're on a ship. Who does everybody put their faith in when they're on that ship? The
And the
captain.
captain. Yeah.
The captain, right? How would you feel if the captain is losing his shit?
It's a
We're
lost
done.
cause. We're done,
We're
bro.
done.
Are we cooked, chat?
Exactly.
Are we
Chat,
cooked?
we're cooked. And I made that, that analogy with my kids and my wife. I was like, I there's times when I'm freaking out on the inside, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I'm panicked, I'm stressed, I feel like I'm lost. And that was one thing that I really felt like this week was I felt like I was lost in the desert and everything looked the same. No matter where I turned, it all looked the same, right? And you're
Mm-hmm.
just like, where do I go? Like I'm struggling. I'm
Yeah.
struggling right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, man, it's hard to be vulnerable and express that because when people do look up to you and they expect you to be the leader and they expect you to have the answers or be the guide, you don't want to scare anybody. When everybody else is kind of losing it, you want to be the one that is
Holds
kind of like
everybody together.
you're the North Star for everybody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you need guidance and it's like, what do I do? Because I don't want anybody else to panic. You're already going through enough. You got enough on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to add to that stress
Yeah.
by telling you all the shit I have going on.
Yeah.
So it just messes with me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I know it shouldn't be like that. And we should be comfortable with vocalizing and sharing that. But
Mm-hmm.
I did ask, I did put that on IG, just kind of like, why is it hard for men to be vulnerable?
Mm.
And I got some pretty interesting answers. I had, some women that said, we're just kind of conditioned that way from a young age that it's got like a negative stigma to it. Like it's almost like I told you, like weakness, or
Mm-hmm.
it's soft
Yeah.
to be vulnerable.
To
Like
be vulnerable. Yeah.
the phrase "man up" comes to mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like when shit's in the fan, what do they say? Man up.
Yeah. Suck it up. Man up. It's
That's
like
it.
it's a It's uh it's one of those topics that a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about that topic as far as vulnerability and men vulnerability. I know that you posted something on TikTok that kind of, it brought it to my attention and I was like, man, you know what, that is a good topic to talk about, something that we should definitely bring some attention to because yeah, as a man, especially the way that I grew up. A man is supposed to be able to provide, to protect, to do all those things, right? And not to show any weakness and not to show any vulnerabilities, especially anyone else. So it's one of those things to where, when I hear people talk about it, I'm glad that people are more vocal about it and they can share that side of themselves. But I think that still, even with that being said, some of us still reserve a lot of that vulnerability. You show, especially when you're to your close ones, to your loved ones. Yes, I get that, showing that vulnerability and being vulnerable with them and having them be able to see you vulnerable is a good thing. But at the same time, you also want to be that rock, that foundation. As a father, especially of girls, I always try to maintain that image, to be that rock for them, to make sure that they feel secure, that they feel protected, that they feel provided for, that they don't have to worry about things, outside of their control, because I'm here and I can take care of it for them. At the time when I was in a relationship and with the person for that long, I did everything in my power and possible to make sure that they understood that, you got everything. If there's anything you need, I got it. I'll take care of it. There's not a, well, how are we going to do this or how are we going to do that? My answer was always like, I'll figure it out. We'll
I'll
get it
figure it out.
done. I'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We'll get it done, and it's going to
Yep.
get done. And if it needs to be done, it's going to be done. That was my answer.
Yep.
And even then, it seems like sometimes we lose sight of that, as far as how we can provide so much and take so much, and just kind of, when you're starting to feel overwhelmed or you're starting to feel super, you know, out of control, and just like your anxieties through the roof, and you're just like, I don't know where to go, what to do, what to say, again, that phrase comes to mind, that, stop fucking complaining about it, man up about it. Let's fucking figure this shit out, get this shit off of your mind, and let's get it done. And a lot of times I think it just boils back down to how you were raised, because I know I was raised that way. My pops was like, you're the man of the house, you're the one that takes care of everything. Me being the oldest out of 3 kids, you know, making sure that I was that example, that I was the one always kind of
Hmm.
going first, making sure that, everybody's good, being that for everyone. Sometimes it can be exhausting, but, you know, you learn to live with it. You learn to go with it. You learn to, I think, in my opinion, it just made me a stronger man on my end, to be able to do those things and just kind of be like, I'm not going to let this sour moment or this one thing that I'm super have a lot of anxiety over, or that I'm stressing about. I'm not going to let it just fucking ruin my day. I'm going to push through it, persevere, and make sure that tomorrow's a better day than it was today. Not every day is going to be great. And
They ain't
unfortunately,
all winners, dog.
Unfortunately, that's the life that we live, man. You're not gonna have all great days. You're not gonna have the best week, the best month. There's gonna be times where you go a couple months where it's just like, fuck, man, I'm surviving. I'm barely making it. But at the end of it all, I mean, I look at it and I'm like, I made it. I'm still here. God get bless me to wake me up another day, to provide for my family, to do what I need to do, and to keep pushing forward.
100%. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
it's hard to
bro.
talk about one of that subject, especially, being vulnerable. I know that I'm vulnerable around my kids. There's only a few people in this life that I've ever been vulnerable with, and you know, that's that's just because that's how I am. That's how I was built. So,
Right.
mhm,
Yeah, it's so tough to let that out
oh
sometimes
yeah,
because
for sure.
you as a man you feel like, will they think less of me? Will they be scared? For me, it's easy to see somebody that's struggling mentally, is panicking, is like looking for guidance and help, and
Hmm.
I'm like, I got you.
Hmm.
I got you 100%. Like,
Hmm.
I've been there before. I seen it. I know it. I got you. Like, if you trust me, I got you.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
for me, it's so hard to put
That on somebody
trust
else. Yeah.
in somebody else because I'm like, I don't know if you got me. And it's not because, you know, this, that, and the other. It's just
I mean, it stems back to a lot of different things, bro. And I think that you hit the nail on the head. Like, you can give that reassurance to somebody to tell them, hey, I got you. I'll take care of it. I'll make sure that it gets taken care of. You can trust me, right? And expect for them to trust you and actually go out and do the act to get
and you're gonna
to
show
earn
them
that trust.
why they
Yeah,
put that trust in you.
exactly. But I it, I could speak on that part as far as the other side of the coin where I can put my faith into someone else and how hard it is to do that because you have been programmed as a man that you don't need help. You can take care of this shit by yourself. And it's one of those things to where I can honestly say it. I know that it happens with me. It's very hard for me to just be like, it's just like me and my daughter were talking about this earlier. We were on the road driving somewhere. And she's like, I can tell that you're tired. If you want, I can drive you. And I'm like, no, you can't. And she's like, why? I mean, I can drive you. I'm like, no, you can't. And she's like, but why not? I mean, I know how to drive. Why wouldn't you let me drive you home? And I'm like, because I don't like anybody driving me. I don't like anybody having that control or for me to provide that trust to someone else to be like, hey, yeah, go ahead. I'll trust you with my life to get me all the way back home, even though it's my own flesh and blood. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's one of those things to where I think part of us deep down inside, of course, we always want to have some sort of control. I know it's hard for other people to accept, that somebody will be there for you, that somebody that you can actually trust someone with, whatever the situation is for them. If I were to just to come up to a random stranger and be like, hey man, whatever it is that you got that you're going through, I got you, I'll take care of you. It's gonna take a while before they can warm up to the understanding of, oh, okay, yeah, let me call Julio. I know he got me. He got me. Whatever it is, I know that he'll help me out or he'll do something to help me out, whatever it is, whatever it takes. And you have to kind of earn that trust with someone. And I don't think that I've ever allowed myself only with, like I said, very few people. I could probably count them on my hand how many people that I can trust that I can definitely say without a shadow of a doubt, if I call this person at this time of night for whatever it is to go bury a body. I know exactly who I need to call and who ain't gonna say shit, and we'll be able to bury that body and we'll never talk about it again.
How many shovels we need, bro?
Exactly. So it's kind of like that saying, man. You know who your friends are. You know who are the people that you can count on, and for me, it's not my circle is small. I like to keep my circle small. I don't keep my circle large. I don't have to have 30 million followers and 18 million friends and this and that and the other.
It would be nice.
It- for our show, it would be nice,
No
but
shade.
at the at the same time, for me, I think I can't remember what that dude's name is. What is that dude's name? He's a comic. He's a big dude. He's Italian. Oh,
Joey Diaz.
there you go, Joey Diaz. That guy. He said it best. He said, I don't need a bunch of people. Just give me three motherfuckers, three bad motherfuckers with the same mindset that I have, and we'll take over the whole fucking world.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need. And I think that just speaks to how a man's mind works. If I can have a couple of people, a handful of people that I know that I can count on for anything, whatever the situation is, whatever it could be, that I have those people in place, then I'm good. I don't
Yep.
need, like I said, 18 million followers and 30 million friends and all these people following me on Instagram and Facebook and all the damn social media that's out here today. I mean, at the end of the day, when you think about it, the people that you can count on are the people that care about you the most.
Yep.
They do. They think about you all the time. They care about you and they want the best for you. There's a lot of people that you can have in your circle, and then some of them you just don't know. Some of them could be talking behind your back or saying some shit about you or, you know, little shit like that. And that's why for me, I keep my circle small, but that circle, I know that every single one of those persons, they got me no matter what it is. I could call them right now and they, hey, I'll be there. I got you,
Hey,
bro.
bro,
Don't worry
A1
about it.
A1 since day one, bro.
You already know, baby. You
That's just
already
what it
know.
is. But I think when a man finds somebody,
Mhm,
whether it's a significant other, a
mhm,
friend,
mhm,
somebody that he can trust
mhm,
and he can be vulnerable with,
mhm.
that's huge. And if you're on the receiving end of that, if you are the person that he's trusted, like he's trusted you and he's been vulnerable with you, you have no idea how special that is, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you don't understand like when a man gives you his vulnerability and his trust like that.
That's basically the equivalent of stripping all of his armor off, everything, and he's just with you. That
he's
motherfucker will do anything for you.
he's as fragile as he'll ever be in
Mhm.
that moment.
Yep.
He's as weak, as vulnerable, as exposed, as just fragile as he'll ever be in that moment. And
Yes.
it's in those moments that you have to realize what you have.
Mhm,
He's putting his heart in your hands.
mhm,
And he's like, I trust you. Take care of this. Be gentle with this
mhm.
because it's the only one I got, right?
Yep.
And it's been scarred, it's
Yeah.
been damaged, it's been hurt before.
It's been through the ringer a couple times. Yeah.
It's seen some shit that nobody wants to talk about. It's seen
Yeah.
some things that you couldn't even fathom in your mind. Like, damn, how did he make it through that?
Mhm,
But when they give that to you as a friend, as a significant other, as whatever,
mhm.
that's that's monumental, dog.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like I'm not no more raw than this,
Yeah.
right?
That's the truth, bro. That's 100% the truth, I know, like I said, I mean, my small group of friends, that those are the people that carry that with them wherever they go. And if they need me at a drop, like I said, at the drop of a hat, whatever they need, however they need it, I'll do whatever I can to make it possible. That's just the way it is. The only other people on this earth outside of that small group of people that have that completely without giving me anything in return are my kids. My kids have that. They have that from day one, from the moment they were born. So it's not something that, at least in my case, it's not something that I just give freely. It's not something that I just give to everyone and give
Right,
everybody the opportunity to have that. But
right.
once you have it, then hey, guess what? You have it and you stuck with it. So just take care of it. And if you want it and you ever
Please,
want to use it, but you just take care of it. That's all I'm saying.
please
That's
take
it.
care of it. That's it, bro. Just like be gentle.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Be
all.
be protective of it,
Oh
like
yeah.
I said, because it's the only one you got.
For sure.
So,
That's why I
you
tell
know
everybody, a lot of people give me gruff for always having like my daughters, especially anytime we're out, and I'm just out in the streets, I'm not always this smiling face that you get on camera all the time. This is not what you get when you see me in the streets. When you see me in the streets, it's always just that's it. Yeah, that's as much emotion as you're gonna get out of my face. And a lot of times my daughters will be at the store or at a restaurant waiting to get a table, whatever it is. And I'm standing there like waiting for our table. And my daughter always has to do the, hey, dad, dad. I'm like, what? She's like, can you stop looking like you're pissed off at the world? I'm like, I'm just standing here. I'm waiting for our table. And she's like, yeah, but you look like you're pissed off and they're trying to hurry up and see this. And I'm like, it's not my fault. I'm not
right.
trying to do that. I'm not trying to make them think that I'm pissed off. It's just that this is just my normal face. It's how I look. What do you want me to do? Walk around with a grin all day? Just
Yeah.
like
Hey,
that
what's wrong?
don't look
Hey,
normal.
That's me, fam. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that's for the most part, I'm
Yeah.
always smiling. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to make other people feel comfortable, laugh.
Mhm.
I'm probably doing what I do now for a living because I was fucking around being the class clown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but
And I think that's
that's
what that was the dynamic that made us such good friends because you were always the guy that lightened the mood and had everybody laughing. I was always that guy that everybody looked at and said, "Yeah, no, we
yeah.
staying away from over there. That's not where you want to go."
I was like, he ain't talking about shit. No,
He ain't doing
he ain't
nothing.
gonna do nothing. I be
Ah,
fooling them with the ha ha key keys.
and shit.
That's where I get them, bro. I
Yeah.
lower the defenses down, and they're
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Ah!"
for sure, for sure.
But yeah, bro, like that's good stuff, bro. Like I like your
Yeah,
input on that. I think it's something that is important, and it is something
for
that
sure.
as a man we need to focus on more. Is
Yeah.
just allowing ourselves to put that guard down, to put those walls down,
To
to
have
be able
that
to say,
conversation, to be able to have the
"Hey, like
conversation in general, yeah.
I'm feeling less than. I'm
Mhm.
feeling vulnerable. I'm feeling lost. I'm feeling not appreciated. I'm feeling not seen. I'm feeling not important, even. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to internalize that instead of,
Talking about it. Yeah,
expressing it
yeah,
and then being like having it eat at you and being upset because nobody understands, but it's like, hell, nobody's gonna understand if you don't say nothing.
exactly. That's the biggest thing, bro, is you gotta talk, you gotta speak up, you gotta say. You gotta pick up the phone and talk to your best friend, your spouse, whoever that person is. I don't care who it is. It could be just a significant other, a a girlfriend, whatever it is, bro, just pick up the phone and call, talk to that person, say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going through some things right now, emotionally, mentally. I'm feeling broken. I need to talk to somebody." And I trust me when I tell you, once you talk to that one person, that one rock that you have in your friend group, it'll change your perspective on everything because you're gonna be like, "Man, I didn't realize that they also understood that they've gone through that they've dealt with that kind of feeling and been through that same emotion that I'm currently going through. They'll be able to express that back to you. And since you guys are both being or girls being vulnerable to each other, you get to open up that part of you that you feel like you're just holding on to yourself and it's not
Yep.
choking you out and bringing you down and making you
Right.
feel like shit. So yeah,
Right.
man, talk to somebody, please.
Yeah, bro. Like, let yourself get to that point, and then see who's there for you.
Hmm.
Like I told you, who's A1 since day one, and who maybe you can let go by the wayside.
Hmm. For
You
sure.
find out. You find out really quick.
Oh
So
yeah, you'll find out real quick. Once you get to that point, you'll find out real quick who's there for you and who ain't. That's for damn
you're
sure. Yeah.
you're